One of the false truths that you will discover today here is that the ego dies. I too myself thought this because I had heard it out in the world where people would say that you would have an ego death. And I came to find out that that wasn't absolutely true at all. The ego never truly dies. And it's important that you really know this because it could be playing a role in your life right now today as you are expanding your consciousness and growing and are here like rising into higher dimensions and growing far into the unknown, into uncharted territories outside of your comfort zones. The ego could definitely be playing a role in your life. The ego never truly dies. What happens is that I'm also hearing like transcending fear. So someone here may be in the space where they are also transcending fear right now. And this will help you see something clearly about the ego. Okay, that's the message that's coming through right now. So it's important to know that the ego does not die. Okay, the ego is not bad. It's just you have to learn to not allow it to control your life. And number one thing is to know what role it plays in your life and what its job is, what it actually does, so that it is not controlling your life. And I keep hearing attaching. It loves to attach to things. The soul is more just about connection. Somewhere on this platform of mine, I do have a video where it does break down the difference between the ego and the soul. And this is something clearly that needs to be known. I'm also picking up, in spirituality is without inner work is just denial. Okay, it's denial that there are not things going on within ourselves that need to be worked on and need to be looked at. It could also be this denial that I'm feeling that the ego, that you're living in your ego for some of you here, and that you had an ego death could cause you to feel like being in denial about this, or that your ego is not running the show and you cannot be aware that it could be playing a part on your decision making and the choices that you make in your life. It is important to become aware of this ego, and it is important to know that it doesn't die. You'll just have to master it. You'll learn how to move beyond it. And what I saw in meditation today, it was like it reminded me of like troops in the army of something like that. And it was just like someone like laying flat on the grass, moving around, right? Really dodging, maneuvering through. And it's like kind of made me, in the moment of getting the message of about the ego and how it never dies, kind of shows me that you have to learn how to move in your inner world without your ego controlling you. So this is, it's very important to become aware of it, because it can be influencing you more than you ever know right now. It could be telling you, as some of you here are tapping into your gifts and your talents, and it could be telling you that this is not real, this is never going to work, no one is not going to listen to this, whatever negative responses could be coming from the ego. So it's important to start a daily practice where you can pull back and see from a third party perspective what's going on in your mind, what's going on in the mental plane up here, what thoughts are recurring and coming across, and what thoughts are causing you to feel like give energy to them. You're feeling this within inside of you because that is what's going to control you. So it's important to see from a third person perspective what's going on in the mental plane, so that you can be aware and watch when you're creating, watch when you're doing things, and study. And you'll start to see how the ego is more into attaching, comparing, keeping you safe. It's about keeping you protected. It's about keeping you in a box. in your comfort zone. It does not like anything that is unfamiliar. And most of your life, you have been living through this ego. So it can be very familiar and you could have made it a part of you. That's what I did. Okay. And the more you move further down your path, you start to be able to see that that is not you. Okay. I'm hearing like it's connected to the smaller self, your lower dimension, 3D self. And you're much more than that. You exist on different planes. You don't have to stay in the mental plane all the time. You are a spiritual being having a human experience. You can move through different planes in your body. Okay. So it is important to know what role this ego is playing. I'm hearing good girls and good boys. And I'm feeling like that's meaning like for some of you, let me relax. For some of you, you've been doing good, working on being good, but you may have been like keeping out things, trying your best to keep out energies, right? And like be good, do good to where you're actually just overly protecting yourself, standing in your own way, blocking off what you're feeling, not receiving information from source and your intuition because you're in the way, trying to protect yourself, which is a process in this journey because it's a mistake. So it's a mistake. In order for you to learn from it, we have to make a mistake so that we can see what we're doing and understand it. Life is the greatest teacher for us. So do be okay with making mistakes. So you could be noticing that you might feel stuck. You may feel stagnant, you may feel trapped, you might feel, not a doctor, disclaimer, depressed. Like if you're just going on and on and on this daily cycle. And you know this, whoever you are, because you've been there before. And you've probably been questioning, why am I feeling like this? Your ego could be playing a role right now because whoever you are that I'm speaking to, you are learning how to master your ego. You're learning how to move around in your inner world without your ego controlling you and trying to attach and latch on to things. So do become aware. Make it a practice for you to be able to see in the mental plane what is going on so you can also release whatever energy inside of you that is linked to these thoughts that you are feeding, okay? And you may have been feeding unconsciously, okay, and not aware of it. So nobody's perfect. And that's what we're here for today. So I can understand why Source wanted me to deliver this message that the ego never dies. You're only going to learn to master it. And it is important to know this, especially for you all who probably felt like, I thought my ego died. I thought I already been through this. How did I end up back here? Why am I in this space that I'm in right now? Okay. You may feel like that, right? You're not going crazy, okay? You're not backtracking. It's just the new lesson that is happening for you. And the lesson is learning to master your ego, okay? You're going to learn how to use your own powers and move. I keep saying maneuver. I want to say maneuver, like move through your inner world, okay? Without the ego controlling you. So let's see. How is the ego keeping you stuck right now? For the collective I'm reading for, take how it resonates and speaks to your spirit, okay? And how apply it into your own life. How is the ego keeping you stuck right now? Okay, it's blocking your courage and your ability to face fears, causing you to run from these fears. It's lowering your self-esteem. You're not feeling very confident. You may be doubting yourself, doubting your abilities, afraid to make choices and decisions all out the blue, like this is not like you, right? You've been questioning this. That's why you're guided to this video to find the clarity that the ego is playing a role in your life right now, okay? This is one of the things that it is doing. The next thing is like causing you to not accept. You're not accepting things that are coming your way. You may be trying to control what is definitely outside of your control right now, okay? And it may be blocking out any good. You may have noticed that you're not feeling very inspired or motivated or opened up to any good. It could also be triggering, especially with the planets being in retrograde right now. It could also be triggering some jealousy when you're around other people who may have a high vibration or watching them online. You may feel triggered. It's a sign of showing you what is going on inside of you right now, okay? And it could be blocking you from accepting what needs to be accepted, and edging good out, edging God out. Okay, it could really be stopping you from growing and learning some things right now. And it could be really being judgmental toward others, right? And playing a story in your mind that you want to be careful with. You want to be careful with creating this story with thoughts that come into your mind. Okay, that's something else that is coming through right now. Okay. So you may be struggling with accepting things that you cannot change as well right now with this ego. It could be blocking your success because it will cause stagnation, the doubt. It will cause you to doubt yourself. Okay, so it could be blocking your light. It's also what I'm picking up right now. And so it could be blocking your success, causing you to feel trapped in this box, not knowing which way to go, not knowing how to step out of this box. And it could really be producing a lot of fear right now in your life. Any other messages, Spirit? Your health, your physical health. Okay, not a doctor. Disclaimer. You may be feeling very drained. You may be feeling unmotivated. I mean, your body could be sending you signals right now for you to look at. Look, there goes that fear, causing you to feel trapped, causing you to fear stepping out of this comfort zone, stepping out of this box. Look, lowering your self-esteem. You see, that's everything that I said. Look, causing you to feel trapped and blocking off your freedom is what this ego is doing right now. Not allowing you to surrender. Okay, you're not able to surrender. Because you're not even able to, you are, but the ego is stopping you from surrendering to the process, accepting things as they are. Okay, it feels pushy is what I'm feeling like. It feels forceful. Okay, it just really feels stuck. It's like you're not connecting in with source right now because you're in your own way because of the ego, and it could be causing you to even be in denial. What else am I picking up from this surrender? Is definitely saying I release the need to control. So you may be noticing that you're trying to control what you cannot. That is blocking you from surrendering. Okay, surrendering to what is and knowing what you can control and what you cannot control. It could be attaching and blocking you from this. Okay, and keeping you stuck right now. Okay, let's see. What is the ego? Let me go into this deck. What is the ego stopping you from seeing? So what is the ego stopping you from seeing right now for the collective I'm reading for? I heard your light. It's not seeing something clearly. Okay, it could be causing your judgment to be cloudy and your perspective to be cloudy. I'm seeing glasses kind of cloudy and dirty, not seeing something clearly. So this is what the ego could be stopping you from seeing something from a higher perspective, seeing something from what it truly is versus the illusion of it. Okay, so on the flip side of that, shift your perspective. So what else could the ego accepting and loving yourself? It could be blocking you from this. It also could be blocking off your heart. It could be blocking you off from feeling, okay, your abundance. Could be blocking off your abundance, keeping you in this lack mentality, keeping you in this feeling of the limited version of yourself, the lower self, the lower 3D version of yourself, your smaller self. And it could be blocking off your prosperity and your purpose, because it's like I'm hearing the lack of knowing that this is occurring right now is what I'm hearing that come through as well. But it could be blocking you off from this because you're not feeling very inspired. You're not feeling abundant. You're not feeling prosperous. Okay, because you're focusing on things that you cannot change. You're focusing on more of what you actually do not want to create, right? And it's keeping you in this limited version of yourself. That is, you are so much more than that. You are so much more than that. I'm keep hearing attachment. So be mindful of what it is attaching to, and know that it is safe to shine your light. It is safe to shine your light. And when you begin to become aware of this, you will raise your vibration, lovely soul. Okay, so let's get into this message is what's needed for you right now. What is it that these lovely souls need to know right now? That your life is special. So treat it with loving and care. You are special and your life is special no matter what it is that you are going through right now, okay? Lovely soul, your life is special, okay? And I do feel like stop pushing against what is and align with it and move on. It could be causing you to push against what is. Okay, and you're being shown what is misaligned so that you can align with what you need to align with and move on from this. That could be a particular message to someone else out there. You may be not being kind to yourself. Okay, so this is something that is coming through, is being more kind to yourself, doing things without expectation, and trust yourself always. Trust yourself. Trust yourself is going to be key right now. Trusting you, knowing you, being you is going to definitely help you know you so that you will know and be more aware when you are connecting in or attaching to the ego, when the ego is trying to attach to things. Okay, and you have such a bright light inside, so stop dimming it. It can be causing you to dim your light, cause you to not want to be seen. Okay, so do become aware of it, because it's time to be authentic, because anything else is just exhausting. And whoever I'm speaking to, you're already feeling exhausted from this. Okay, so your higher self message is, let's see what the higher self message is for the collective I'm reading for. Inner strength, the wolf. You may be facing a challenge you feel less than prepared for. This is a reminder that you have all the tools in your spiritual treasure chest to handle this effectively. Take a step back and try to take a look at it with fresh eyes, lovely soul. Okay? Shift your perspective. Pull back from the situation. Pull back from the energy that you are in, whatever it is that you are facing, and see it from a higher perspective so that you can really get the real clarity and not the illusion of what you are experiencing right now. Okay? Let's go into this other deck and give you an angel message. So yeah, the ego plays is tricky. People don't really talk about it much. It's not too much to talk about. Try to break it down the best that I can to help you understand what it could be doing. Even as you're growing where you're going now, especially because you're very much in unknown charted territory. Is very much outside your comfort zone, so it will try to pull you back to what's where you're comfortable. Okay, when you're doing things that are new and trying new things, it will try to get you to doubt what you're doing. Okay, doubt your abilities, doubt your skills, doubt what you're speaking on. Have you ever been in a situation when you felt like you don't even know what you're talking about, and you may have given up on yourself, right? Instead of just pushing through and like learning from what you experience. That could be the ego as well. It definitely it's very uncomfortable whenever you are moving into something unknown and learning things that are unknown and learning as you're going along. It could very, very much be tricky and confusing you, okay, and just really blocking off the good that is trying to come into you, even from others, and even information. Some of you may have even felt it, trying to block off this information that has come through right here today. Might have thought about clicking out of this video right in the beginning. That could be the ego. You're guided here for a reason. And then the card that's pulled from the angels is checking your belief system. 0101. Go after what you want. Your unique destiny, inspiration, talents, gifts, appreciation, and gratitude. Do check your belief systems, because beliefs can definitely be also what keeps you trapped. And a lot of beliefs are created from habitual thinking over time, which also become thoughts, which also becomes something that we believe. And if we're believing some of these things and these thoughts are coming across, right, we're going to be reacting to them. We're going to take it on as if it's real to us. So do check your belief system is what I'm picking up. You are blessed with talents and skills that make it easy for you to stand out from the crowd. So embrace what makes you different. That's your path to success. Your dreams will soon come true, lovely soul. This is just another part of the journey that you're in right now. You're not moving back or doing anything wrong, whoever I'm speaking to. You're just learning how to master your ego. It's going to take willpower, okay? And sometimes really more than willpower, right? It's really going to take you to really center and just really know and trust yourself and know that you know who you are, and really just stand in your power and even meditate, and so that you can see when you're connecting into these thoughts, or when the ego is trying to play a part, right? And really not allowing it to stop you from trying new things and going new places and exploring, lovely soul. Let's see what advice that we have for you. To trust your path. Trust your path, lovely soul. You are the light. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? If you knew that you would be supported, what would you do? Because you need to know today, lovely soul, that you are supported and you are divinely guided. And an affirmation you can use is, I know the difference between my ego and my intuition, and I follow my intuition. Okay, you can start to say that to yourself, and that is what you will be starting to do. And just follow your intuition, even if you feel uncomfortable because you're doing something new and unfamiliar than what you were doing before, or even you're going deeper into this and you can still feel uncomfortable, because whoever I'm speaking to has been through many transformations, okay, many changes. So you can still feel uncomfortable when you're learning to really trust your intuition deeper, and to really really follow your own inner guidance and inner light, because we're in a time of really doing that. Okay, really check your belief systems as well to make sure what you're believing does align with you, so that you know where you're not being controlled at. Those are the messages that I have for you. If you like this video, hit that like button. If this message speaks to your spirit, to your soul, hit that like button. If you found some clarity, some guidance, some support here, hit that like button and share this video with anyone you want to share this video with. If I'm resonating with you and you resonate with my energy and vibration and you're understanding what I'm speaking on, hit the subscribe button and the bell so you get all the newest videos that I drop. And if you're Instagram, follow me on Instagram at Miss Kelly Travel Spiritual. With that being said, know thyself. Till next time, one love.